Now we are going to interaction menu. That we have an interesting tool here. First with the grabbing object and grabbable sequence. As you can see in this example, you can move the object through its path in animation that we have selected. The first thing that if you want to VR, if you want to grab an object, you have to make it grab. For example, this pot here, I want to make it grabbable. If you select all the parent object here, first select, because we want to grab and move hold this object. Select it and simply make grabbable and select it. As you can see, that object with the whole object inside it can grabbable. And if you want to remove that, you can remove the property here. And it's very simple. Go into the VR viewer and you can grab it very easy. I explain step by step. If you click middle mouse button, here we have the main mode of the object. This is an collision and grabbable. This is an visual. This is camera transport and measurement. I explained. For grabbing the object, as you can see, we can knot it. What happened? Because we have to go to the grab and collision mode. If you select that, you have to click 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't need to click it. And as you can see, you can simply click and drag it, and you can grab this object. As you can see, with your hold mouse and click and drag, you can grab object and move it any side that you want. Interesting handle will be here. You can rotate that object. You can click and drag on these items and scale it. And if you click on this icon, you can hide it if you want. You can replace the object. You can bring it to the original size or position, and here you can duplicate it. You can simply duplicate it. As you can see, it has collision with a bounding box to the others, and you can simply grab it. This is ungrabbable. It's very easy and straightforward. Another thing that if you want to grab and move the object whole to its path, for example, I want to object to rotate this position, we have to go here and make grabbable sequence. For example, a handle that you can rotate it. Okay. For example, bring a handle. No, it says it. For example, going to this object and create a path with animation, and we can grab and move just in its path. Or for example, if you want to create a handle, let's create a handle. For example, I have this handle and I want to rotate it in this direction. Okay. First, we have to make this cylinder and this handle. Right click and add a parent to combine them, assemble to them. And I want to rotate in this angle. So as I said before, it's very easy. You can go and here to move the pivot. Bring the pivot is this in this direction, and everything is okay. And after that, you have to hide the pivot. And as you can see, you can rotate this in this direction. Okay, I make a animation for that. For example, handle is in this direction. I want to turn it down or off. Okay, go into the animation, make animation for that handle. The frame rate is not important, but 10 is okay. And bring the handle here. Auto frame is activate, and automatically an animation is played for you. And you can play this animation in a VR. So I explain the sequence, create animation sequence. It's very easy. Select all the, it's very important, select all the keyframe that you want to store it here. Create an animation sequence. If you click that, a window will be open that it store this keyframe for this object in a sequence. For example, we call it H1, and you can create the reverse. Sometimes it's useful, but in this case not. Just you can handle it in any direction that you want. And after that, you can delete keyframe of that if you want. As you can see, it's deleted. But in a sequence, we have an animation here. Okay, it did store a lot of animation before, but you can delete them. I think I don't need it. So for example, for previous scene, I delete them, select them, and you can delete it. Here are our sequence. As you can see, you can play it. Okay, this is our sequence. The speed or anything is not important because we want to move it interactively. And you have to select it and simply go here, make a grabbable sequence. Select that object and everything is okay. And here the second, okay, you have to select the sequence. The software tell you, okay, you select this object. Which sequence do you want to attach to it? Select that sequence and hit OK. If you want to click and drag a line that is a helper appear here, you can define the scaling of that. The one is okay and everything is right. And now going to the viewer, it's very easy. You can use a lot of example. Here it's our handle for grabbable. We have to go to the 2 mode. As you can see, collision mode is on, and you can okay, as you can see, if you for grabbing object, you have to click on 2 and then you can grab the object. For grabbing the sequence, you have to click H. H means bring a hand for me. If you hit H, hit 2. First, I think I have to yes. I have to go into regular mode. Okay, for going to the default mode, this is a collision mode. For grabbable, this is a 3 for visual, this is a 4 for camera, 5 for measurement, and 1 is default. You have to go to the 1 and then hit the H. If you click on H, as you can see, we have a hand here. As you can see, you can see it. It's in the middle. Where is that? It's very far from. You can see hand here is moving. The shadow. Click it. You can moving your scroll mouse to bring it to your object. As you can see, in the middle of the screen is a hand. I'm scrolling down to bring it near of my view. As you can see, this is a hand. This is a hand, and you can grab an object. For example, scroll up to move toward that object. As you can see, move. This look at the shadow. I don't know why is this look at this, but hand you can with a scroll mouse. If you touch the object with the hand, you can hold your left click and drag, and you can grab this handle in its the animation that we create. As you can see, you don't need to create a reverse animation. You can grab it. So again, if it's 1, you are in a 1 default mode, and if you hit H, as you can see, If you click edge, a hand will be appear here. It's very far from, you can see the shadow of that hand. With a scroll down, you can bring it to your face, to camera, and if this hand touch any object that you make it sequence grabbable, you can grab it in path of its animation. So imagine you can do a lot of these tools that I will be give you another very example about that. But if you want to, for example, go in here, and of course you can with a hand click and drag any grabbable object. But if you want to, that handle and collision will be open, you have to hit 2, and after that you can grabbable object. But in this case you don't need to bring edge, you can holding edge and click edge to remove that hand. But in a collision mode we need just this circle in the middle and go to an object. It does not mean to create any object like this. As you can see, in this mode it is a combine of the edge and this circle. Okay, so we can make a grabbable sequence here. It's very easy, and with this simple example you know how it works. Make any animation that you want, go to the sequence, store it, select the object, define the object, and after that define the sequence that store for this object, and you can grab that animation. Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.